How's it going, guys? I want to do this quick video to give different perspectives on the Centurier credit store. I kind of love these stores. When I was on my main account, the stores are kind of whatever, because it's just a place to get gear, but it's important to know what kind of gear you're going to get. And I think it's cool to look at the other side of the equation, because when veteran players saw this store, they were very disgusted by the character, because either everything was already farmable, or it was going to be farmable soon. So, the perspective I want to give you from a new player is who I would farm, at which point I would start farming them, and I'll give you the new player and mid-player experience in that. So, you see, I already got Robbie Reyes, I already got him once, and I got the Iron Man Infinity War, and I'm trying to get both of those characters unlocked. But there's a lot of characters in this story that I think are traps as well, and here it is. Here's the list. As you can see, there was about 100 people or so that were not very happy with this list of characters, and I get it. I think they would have much preferred if there was character like some Superior 6 members in there, maybe all of the Secret Defenders. I think it's weird that they're not. I definitely think this list could have been upgraded for the endgame experience as well, but for new players in mid-game, I think this is amazing. So let's break them down character by character. Kestrel is a Dark Dimension 1 reward. She should not be on this list. There should no longer be a Milestone 2 orb. They need to take that out. They need to revamp it, make it Milestone 3, throw a new character in there, maybe Kang, whatever the case may be. Get Kestrel off of everything except for Dark Dimension 1. You get her red stars in there, you get her yellow stars in there. That's all you need. Iron Man Infinity War. So as you see, I am farming Iron Man Infinity War. And from the new player experience, I would say you farm him to unlock, and then you don't do any more. You're not going to put everything into Iron Man Infinity War. We don't get that many coins as it is. If you are already having him unlocked and you are, I don't know, 15, 20 shards short of his star upgrade, no matter what that star upgrade is, then I would suggest he is worth it. He's worth your coins. Mockingbird, Agent Coulson, package deal. They're both in the Blitz store, which means they're both in the Blitz orb. Do not use your coins on these characters. Doesn't matter how much you like New Avengers. Just Blitz more, open up those orbs. That's going to be better for you. Robbie Reyes, Ghost Rider. It should say Ghost Rider Robbie Reyes. As you see, I am farming him, and he would be the same thing as Iron Man Infinity War to me, even though he's a top 3 character in the game. As a new or mid-game player, new players, get him unlocked, leave him there, and then build him up. Use him everywhere, because he's amazing. Mid-game player, if he's like 20, maybe 25 shards short of an unlock, then I would absolutely try and hard farm him as much as you can. Vol and Sylvia, they're both 45 shard unlocks. They're currently the best Mystic Raid team. They don't have much use elsewhere, but if you're a new player, then I do think you want to get them unlocked. I think they're still going to be useful in your journey, climbing all the way up to the current raids, and then to whatever the future raids will be. You'll probably be having to make a new team then, because it's going to take about a year to get up to incursions, but we're working on that experience, trying to make that faster anyway. And then as far as like farming them further to get more out of it, they're not the same as Iron Man Infinity War or Ghost Rider Robbie Reyes. I don't care if they're 20 shards away from the next star level. I would not waste my currency on these characters unless I'm struggling in the raids. Especially because Val is farmable in the campaign notes. I don't know where Sylvie is farmable, but I know she is. So I wouldn't waste my credits on them for sure. Like, if you can farm characters, you already are farming these characters. This can help speed it up, but it's at a big cost, which we'll talk about later. Cosmo and Star-Lord, as a new player, these guys have absolutely zero value to me. The Nowhere team is decent in War. It's awful elsewhere, even in War. This is just the Nova show. These guys are here to give Nova a speed bar on his passive. That's what they do on the team, basically. And it's really sad to see that. So I don't even care about unlocking them on the new account. In a mid-game experience, if you're like 5 shards away from an extra star level, I could see that. I wouldn't want to waste extra coins on them whatsoever. Firestar Deathpool, kind of the same thing as Vol and Sylvie. As a new player, I do want to kind of get them unlocked. Deathpool is really good in raids, especially early before you hit, I think it's Doom 2 is where they start to fall off, because she's giving that energy, which is really nice. I really like the new Warriors team. I think they're really good in Crucible, even though they keep letting me down. If I had pulled a Mega Orb and I was like 5 shards from the unlock, then I would do that as a new player. Right now, as a new player, there's no world where I can justify spending any amount of credits on them in this store. As a mid-game player, I would treat it like Iron Man, Infinity War, and Ghost Rider Robbie Reyes. If I'm within 20 shards of an unlock, then I would dump the credits into them and get it closer, or not to an unlock, sorry, to a star level upgrade, then I would do that. Carnage and Venom. So Carnage, here's the thing. As a new player, you were just given Carnage. If you started at the same time I did, which is very recently, you were just given Carnage in a calendar. Venom's got a code. You got them unlocked, but They are the hive mind team, and they are going to be your main raid team until you get to the point where you have to build all the traits. I do think they're very, very important. The thing about Carnage is he is in the War Store, and the War Store is flooded with really good characters, and that currency is not as readily available as you think, especially if you're not going to join an alliance that already has level 20 on their alliance. Like, their alliance is level 20, so they can actually do war. This is something I'm trying to fight with the developers about, trying to drop that down, but the war credits themselves are so valuable that I don't mind dumping extra credits into Carnage if it's going to get him extra star level. So definitely for the unlock. But if it's going to get him an extra star level, just like Iron Man Infinity War, just like Ghost Rider Robbie Reyes, I don't mind putting as much of the currency into him as I do the other characters, because farming him in the War Store is going to tax you farming other characters, if that makes sense. And then Venom. So as you'll see, Venom is that same kind of character as Carnage, but I'm not even going to entertain the idea of getting him. Venom is farmable in Nexus Campaign 6-9. So there's absolutely no reason to farm him. You'll get there within about 2 months of the game, so there's absolutely no rush. All right, so that would be your like new player / like early mid-game player experience. Then you get your mid to late game, end game kind of player. For them, I think there's 2 types of players. One, you haven't beat DD6 yet, or you're starting for Gear Tier 18s. This is where you're going to get your Gear Tier 18s. But if you've already unlocked Skrull, then you're probably getting a lot of nice Gear Tier 18s from the raids, from events. You're very active in the game at that point. So I don't think this is where you'll be farming after that. But also for those players, I think you want to keep an eye on your uniques. There's some very, very in-demand uniques. Your Miasma, your Molecular Cloth, Unstable Cloth, Astral Energy, now your Alien Spores. That's going to be a very big one too. So I would keep an eye on these uniques and pick them up. If you're like, if I was on my main account and I was under 40 Alien Spores, well, I'm getting Alien Spores. First of all, because I want to do Venom, Gwenum's not Alien Spores anymore. Sorry, Venom, Carnage, and maybe Void Knight for sure. So, and we don't know what Green Goblin or Red Goblin's going to be, right? So maybe we're going to need those for him as well. Sorry, it's a little early. So I would definitely keep an eye on that, and if you are running low, then I would pick those up. Then there's the late end game player. Now the late end game player doesn't really need these Gear Tier 18s, maybe is okay on these uniques, and then it's going to be these catalysts. So these teal catalysts are a huge bottleneck when you're bringing up multiple characters. When you're not laser focused on just getting through DD6 or just doing your arena team, and you start spreading out the teal gear, these catalysts, both the basic catalyst part, the damage, health, focus, and resistance catalyst parts, these get very, very much scarce, and so you want to start looking at these for sure. One thing I want to mention is I'm glad they took the purple gear out of this. Purple gear is so readily available. I'm looking at the orange gear. I'm seeing very large amounts for decent prices, and I don't have this experience yet, so let me know in the comment sections what you think. I've been told the orange economy is so healthy that it's not a great use for your credits, and if you're at the point where you may be super far on all of these characters from a star level, but you don't need teal gear yet, you're deep into the orange gear, you may just want to pick one of these characters and hard farm, because the orange gear just isn't worth it. You just get enough of it for it not to matter. And one warning I would give you is this store is only available for 2 weeks at this point. So hit it every time it's up, see if there's something you need, spend your credits. There's not going to be some monumental shift in the last 5 days where they throw in Superior 6 out of nowhere. At least I hope not. Oh, Jesus. I hope I didn't just speak that into existence and now I'm telling people to spend their credits. That won't happen. So, yeah. Spend your credits as you get them. Otherwise, you might be in the last 2 days. You might have 40,000 of these credits, and then you're going to have to start refreshing the store or buying things that are not what you need for your account to progress. Alright guys, we're going to end this video off by going and opening up some Mega Orbs so you can see that new player hype when opening Mega Orbs, or that new player sadness. I don't know what happened yet, or maybe I do. Who knows? Who knows when I recorded these things? Alright guys, I want to throw this in the video too, because Mega Orbs are normally just completely wasted too, but on a new account, oh my god, Mega Orbs are like the elixir of life. So, who can we get from the Mega Orbs that we really, really want? Well, a bunch of characters, right? I would love Robbie Reyes unlocked. I would actually like Firestar unlocked. Darkhawk would be amazing. Kang would be so crazy. Kraven, Lizard would be really fun. I would settle for Photon for sure. Vol would be great. So lots of good characters. I like how they're cycling through these characters now and making it a little bit more reasonable as to who we get. A couple duds in there too. Last one I got was Hardlight. I know a lot of you love her. She's useless on her own. Absolutely useless. She hits like a wet noodle. I put her on a blitz team where she was the solo carry. She got into a fight with Luke Cage and was doing 1 damage every single time. It's crazy. Anyway, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Oh, it's purple, but it is Gwenpool. All right, that's not even an unlock, but we did get 2 Robbie on the side. I'm not mad at that. All right, here we go. We would love us a nice gold drop of one of those characters we mentioned. Come on. 2 of them are on the screen right now. Let's go. It's gold. It's Kraven. That's awesome. Look, that's going to be another Superior 6 member I can add to my list. He's skill. He's going to come with me everywhere I go. He's fast, too. He's really fast for this stage of the game. Let's go build him up right away. We'll get him as high as we can, then we'll start farming gear for him. I'm happy with the Kraven drop. We can get him to gear tier 3. Big ups. Big ups, everybody. He can't even equip his passive yet. I can't even farm this. I got no energy. Hey, that's the new player experience story. I hope you enjoyed this video. Have yourselves a good day. Bye-bye. That's it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Stay happy, healthy, have fun, and I'll see you in the next one.